Yeah, I'm just finishing up working on my Cirrus jet. Oh, you guys are still here. Are we supposed to be going live? What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I know you thought we were flying the Sovereign. I know I was going to fly it, but I ran out of time. And then the kind folks over at Phoenix sent me something to show you. Phoenix, that made the Airbus, are making a diamond single star. And we are going to take that out today out of our hangar. You guys ready? I know you were expecting the Sovereign, but this is going to be the most highly advanced GA bird that you've ever seen. It's got the no hand stickers right here. It's got, you know, a pretty cool cockpit that's missing gauges. And then, what is that? What? Whose bird is that? Whoa. That is something prestigious. That is a prestigious looking airplane over there. Let's go check it out. Let's go check it out. Let's go check it out. Oh, we got the Pedro over there. What's up? Just gonna go check out this airplane. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our new home, the South Florida base of Key West, and welcome our first bird in Key West, Florida. November 21 Victor Sierra. I believe it's 21 Victor Sierra. I don't know why we don't have. Oh, you know what? I may not have put the dynamic reg on. That's all right. We'll fix that. We'll fix that when we get in there. Well, we are ready to rock and roll. We did open a Key West base here on JetCard. I want to connect. I want these bases to be semi-close. I'm doing something geography-wise with them, right? Because you can get trips to go from base to base, and you can build multi-leg trips. So I'm trying to pick these really cool little off-the-beaten-path airports. We went back and forth. Do we open Fort Lauderdale or Key West? Open Fort Lauderdale, open Key West. And I honestly, I couldn't. I love them both the same. The new Fort Lauderdale is great, but then ultimately I decided, look, you know what? We're going to end up flying Phoenixes again, Airbuses, 73s, L10s. We'll go into the Fort Lauderdale. Key West is kind of a special place. So for JetCard and for V1 Executive Charter, we're going to be sitting, our South Florida base is going to be Key West. The route is MHLM. We're headed down to Sierra Sim MHLM. AJ, are you in the house, man? I put the wrong link in the chat. So I had a Sierra Sim that was 2020 only, wasn't vetted for 24 for Medellin. It worked. So I went on a whim. I went and picked up just before the stream. I got a $17, I think, or $15. It's a 2020 scenery for MHLM Honduras or San Pedro Sula. And it does seem to work just fine. So that's good. So we do have a scenery down there, but it is the Sierra Sim, AJ. I know you were asking about that. But check out the SOV. So we are not in November 1 today. We are in the standard fleet SOVs. And the standard fleet SOVs come with a gloss belly and a matte black top. So if you're not flying November 1, you get to fly the Blackbirds. And they are definitely prestigious looking, are they not? Are they not? McAllen, you didn't buy it at all? Yeah, did you? Or you didn't buy it at all? Wink, wink. You know what I'm saying? Nabil Hamdoui. Nabil. Shout out Nabil. He's the one that took that picture for the thumbnail. Way more talent on that thumbnail than I could ever come up with. So that's all credit to Nabil. Nabil, Airframe Films, is actually working on a little hype train or a little trailer video for the old V1 Exec Charter. So I cannot wait for that, Nabil. I mean, cannot wait. A lot more to come. Today we're just gonna relax, y'all. You know, we've had the release day yesterday. We had JetCard pop off. We were frantic. JetCard blew up into way bigger than I thought it was gonna blow up into, and been doing a lot of work with that. I put together a video. You'll see it linked in the comment section. If you want more info on the program itself, please click the link in the pinned comment and in the description, and also watch the Blue Games video. Blue Games did a really good job describing what JetCard is, and he showed you how to go through the steps as a freelancer. Because I'm already operating a company, I can't do that. So my video was more tailored towards, hey, you're an employee now, you got hired. how do you generate trips, how do you work through trip generation and stuff like that. So that video is pinned and linked in the description below. Highly encourage you to check it out. Thank you all for tuning in. T-Tut Company, my man, aka the on-air on-air stockholder. T-Tut, what's up, brother? Says there's a vid you can watch to help with the liveries. there is a video you can watch to help with liveries. So if you go to the livery locker in the Discord, you will have access to these liveries. These are all liveries for VEC pilots. Knock yourself out. Shout out to Whiskey Throttle. He did an absolute wonderful job. Fireflyer, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. It says, MFR is an awesome airport in Southern Oregon. Great base to have, cool approaches. I do want, my management team is telling me we need something in Asia right now. And I'm telling them, we need the four corners of the U.S. We need a Pacific Northwest base. I may go against the grain with my management team, Fireflyer, and I might just open up a Northwest base. I would love to open up something up there. I got to see what bases are available before we open Asia. I don't know. Team Vodka's, he's my global liaison for VEC, and he wants me to open up Asia, but we'll see. We'll see, Fireflyer. I would love to have something in the Northwest. Nabil says the best promo ever is pending. If you're saying that, Nabil, I can only wait, dude. I've watched your other videos like probably legitimately over 100 times probably. So did my first flight in it last night with a force feedback yoke, and it's so juice. I'm glad you're loving it, man. I'm glad you're loving it. Flashy Emu, thank you for the 10 months of support. Says V1, after not having access to my sim since February due to my move to Japan, I'm getting it back tomorrow. Can't wait to join V1 Executive Charter. Well, Flashy Emu, we can't wait to have you on board, my friend. Again, if you guys have applied to the company, please do fill out the application on the Discord. The reason that we're doing that is, number one, there's a lot of applications to sift through. And we want to have, we have some, there's some troll lists and stuff that we're checking against. And also, we got a whole bunch of extra stuff it's related to JetCard, but it's all for VEC and it's all in the Discord. And in order to access all that, liveries, SOPs, we're gonna have tutorial videos and things like that, like special qualification airports. All that stuff is going to be in the Discord. And if you don't have the VEC tag, then you won't be able to see it. It's invisible to you because it opens up a whole nother section of the Discord. So that's the reason for that. But yeah, we can't wait to have you on board, man. We can't wait to have you on board. Let's fire up this bird. I haven't been to San Pedro Sula, I think, ever. I think I had a trip there at Spirit, and I got reassigned. So I was supposed to go to San Pedro Sula, or MHLM anyway, and I got reassigned, or I timed out in Houston. I remember it now. So I ended up not going down there. So let's go check it out in the sim. Gosh, I love this bird. All right. We'll open up our SOV here. We'll get the door open. We are going from cold and dark to cold and dark shutdown. We're only going to do one leg today. Man, it's a little bit, it's dirty from the ferry flight over here. I think this bird, I think I ferried this one. I don't remember. Unfortunately, the SOV, unfortunately, CTDs for me. Gonna try again when we get home. Really? That's, do you have chase plane? That's always my first question is, do you have chase plane? We'll see. All right, let's go ahead and pop open our cargo doors here. Looking good. Take a look inside the cargo. Excellent, excellent. We could battery make sure she's connected. She's connected. All right, that's closed up. Let's pull the cover. Looking good. Gosh, the way the sun gleams off there. Oh, chat. Listen, to start the stream on time, the missus went and picked up coffee for me so we could fly all the way down to Honduras and not crash. Give me one sec. She just delivered it. Thank you. All right. All right. We've got that rocket and rolling. We've got that. Let's go ahead and pull this chalk. external power. We'll hook up the external power. Let's see, I should get our external power card here soon enough. There we go. Thank you, sir. We'll get that plugged into the jet, doing our pre-flight here. You know, you can put static wicks on there, but we don't have any static wicks. We'll put the static wicks on tonight in San Pedro Sula when we get down there. We put the airplane to bed. We'll put all the wicks on. That'll be our SOP. We'll open up the fuel panel as we get ready for the fueler to come on, load some fuel. Oxygen, we should be in the green. So, to my knowledge, yep, this is a brand new bird. Look at that. It's tail number specific, or livery specific, rather. So, this is my first time flying this, so we're topped off in the green. We'll pull our covers here, and let's go ahead and pull that. We're going to leave the nose chock. We're leaving the nose chock on. All right. Let's hop in the jet. What a beautiful airplane. All right, we'll take a seat right here. And first and foremost, since I just, this is a new configuration for me, let's run through settings real quick. Let me see if I can throw Starlink. We're going to do, should we do a second oxygen bottle? No, we're going to do a single oxygen bottle on the main fleet. How about that? We need Imperial, we need Imperial, we need Imperial. We need dynamic for this aircraft. Registration placement, tail. Registration placement, wing. Really? I'm curious. Does it show outside? You know what? I don't like that Starlink antenna up there. Let's do none. What's a KU band? Oh yeah, KU band looks way better. KU band looks way better. Registration tail. And let's come on down here. Display styles. I still don't know what that means. Displays. How passenger VIPs are shown. Colors or logo. We'll do colors, nautical miles, Fahrenheit. Extreme, thanks for the $5 soup chat. Hope you're doing well, V1. Microburst warnings over DFW. Just another summer day in Dallas, baby. Good thing we're not taking off. Oh, you know what? This is the bird I took out of DFW. Oh, no, I ferried a 10. So if you are on Jet Card and you're wondering if there's any aircraft in Key West, we didn't buy any new jets yet, but I did. I moved a couple over. A Vodka left an aircraft in Fort Worth. I just ferried that one. I AI ferried that one. I think there's 2 10s here in Key West, and there's a Phenom as well. So we do have a couple jets here. Let's do auto. We need NHG, backlight mode. Auto is fine. Meter overlay on the other thing. Nope, nope, nope. Test kit, calibration kit, no. Simulation. Separate flotilla from rudder. I don't want simple open. I still don't know what this is. Ground equipment alerts. Yep, auto yoke hiding off. We keep all that on. That all looks good. Audio, we'll leave it as is. I'll tell you what, I'll turn the walk around audio down to like 75. How about that? In-flight off, sim rate off, third party. We're logged in beyond ATC or Iveo, and we're done. All right. Let's fire up the aircraft. Orion Vic, what's up? Thank you, Extreme, for the $5 super chat, though. Appreciate you, man. Very, very kind. All right, external power is coming on. External power, we get the Garmin. Let's go ahead and go battery left. Battery right. Fire up the bird. Bring it to life. Bring it to life. D-Doom, what's up, brother? Would logos show V1 charter on the passenger screens? That I don't know. I honestly have no idea, D-Doom.
TCAS 2, system test passed.
I've had Chaseplane for quite a while. It's been great. Had no problems. The one time I wasn't with it was during the Kite Tech stream, and I had it disabled since... Oh, since you had an update for 7.5. Yeah, so, I mean, look. If I don't have Chaseplane, I don't have Chaseplane, and we WASM'd in the PMDG the other day, so, you know, take it for what it's worth. Here's my thought process. We'll go external power on. External power is coming on. We'll get the emergency exit lights to the arm position. Passenger safety on, seatbelts off. Everything can stay off for right now. My thought process on this, to a Magic Barrel Ref update, is the least amount of things I have in the sim running, the better. Because even when everything is up to speed and updated, great. But what happens when there's an update? And then when there's an update, the thing that you have running in the background hasn't been updated yet, and then you get a crash on a long haul or something, right? So for me personally, a program has to really, really be worth it to run in the background offhand. So with that said, let's go ahead and begin the initialization process. We'll get this ready to go here. Sandman with a $10 super chat. Thank you, sir. He says, just had to go around at Burbank.
Okay.
Because the sim turned into a slideshow. Saved November 4 Victor Sierra. Hey, go-arounds are penalty-free. Go-arounds are penalty-free here at V1 Exec. We actually congratulate go-arounds. We congratulate go-arounds. That shows exceptional airmanship, right? So thank you, man, for the $10 super chat. Good job keeping that bird in the air, man. All right. Thank you so much, dude. Appreciate the super chat. Let's pull in our services. Let's go to payload. Let's go ahead and SimBrief import everything. So we only got 5 passengers. I guess we should do a little bit of a brief. Let's do a little bit of a brief. Actually, before we do the brief, let's... can we do the systems test? We'll get those going while we brief you here. All right, so Key West to MHLM, that's going to be us. We'll go to the dispatch page. We're on it right now. Briefing, Warren Price, Isabel Kane. We're dispatched to Zach Sawyer. Warren Price is the family principal traveling with Force from Key West to San Pedro Sula. Trip is managed through his private family office and covers 648 nautical miles to an independent FBO. Ground handling will include a luxury sedan arrangements coordinated by the receiving party in San Pedro Sula. This routing puts the group into Honduras for what appears to be private business or investment-related activities. Sus. All right, that looks good. Let's take a look at our OFP, right? That's one thing we want to double-check here. Weather is wonderful down there this evening, so I'm not too concerned again. Takeoff fuel 54, block fuel 56, so we got a 250-pound taxi. That checks. We'll definitely be all right with there. No reason for extra. We don't have PIC extra. We don't have any extra. Total trip taxi 37.45. No tankering recommended. I like it. The weather is, like I said, it's very tame today. There is some thunderstorms popping off on the Yucatan. That's normal this time of year. But continuing out to Honduras to the overnight, it's going to be a beautiful night. VFR, clear, light winds. Looks good to me. Key West, I am still working on where we're going to have our official VEC ramp. We'll deal with that later this week. When I get 20 hours in a hotel room, I'm going to do a lot of the publication work for the company. If you guys are wondering when we're going to see more of that. Going into MHLM, there's only one ramp, so we're going to go to the only ramp and check it out there. All-time flights 3, so no operators are based there. As far as ground apps are concerned, let's go ahead and begin our ordering process. Let's place a fuel order. We already have ground power connected. Let's get catering all set up as well, just so we know that we're thinking ahead. I got to speak with the dev. I would love to see a IVEO pre-file for those of us that are banned on that sim for semantics, right? Flight tracker, everything else is good. Let's take a look at the live map real quick. Where's our VECers? Ah, look at that. A lot of orange on the map tonight. Who's this? Zippy Zapple. Oh, Zippy is rescuing our jet from Russia. Someone left a jet in Russia. He's bringing it to Yellowknife. Dude's at 47,000. Zippy, you could probably take it up to 510 by now, man. I know we were talking about it earlier. Zippy is out over the Bering Sea in a 10. Who's over here? The float plane guy. Go figure, he's over the water, right? Float plane guy, he's in a SOV. He's going from Geneva to YYT. Not sure where that is in Canada. Jawsbone is going... Oh, TKF. Oh, well, that's the triangle place, the Teterboro and a Phenom. I was going to say, this guy's out here a ways. He looks like there's no land for a Phenom. Cato is boarding in Cali, Colombia. Excellent. Rob P is going Burbank, MSY. He might be going... It might be south of the storms. I like it. Man, we got a lot of activity. We do have our European theater. They're moving jets over here. Flix is over there. He's in a Bombardier Challenger. Go figure. Very cool. All right. I just like looking at that. Looks like we got our... Boom. 1, 2, 3. We're done. Let's go ahead and get everything else set up here. We'll do engine fire. I missed some more.
Engine fire.
Float plane guy, don't worry. I won't put it in the water. Thank you, float plane guy. Don't do that, my man. Thank you so much for 3 months support. Can you sim rate with jet card? No. I believe it punishes you. I mean, well, yeah, it's in the manual. It talks about it in the manual.
Baggage fired.
Listen, jet card.
Baggage fired.
I highly encourage you to watch the video I have pinned there in the channel if you want more info about jet card. It's important to understand what jet card is not is just as important as what jet card is, right? So if you want to use jet card the way it's intended to be used, you're going to really enjoy it, right? If you're someone that's always got a game, a system, or maybe you're not into realistic simulation, then it's probably not going to be for you because it's not going to hold your hand. So let's do our HF test. Those take a minute. We can go ahead and pull the flight plan. Let's get this set up. 8 cars. Let's see if we can get our flight plan requested here. What kind of CPU? Exclamation point specs, big D1. It'll give you my whole updated specs list for you. Exclamation point specs. That's us. Key West to San Pedro Sula. Did we import that? We'll import that right now. We'll do the HF2 check. We'll get that going. This was our setup for last night going into some serious terrain. So that was a lot of fun. I'm going to cut up that video into shorts so we can use that for our SOPs. All right. Let's go ahead and start weight and fuel. 900, that checks. So, oh no, go back. Next page. Nope, go back. Weight and fuel. Payload. 7 passengers. Cargo weight tonight. Cargo weight tonight was... Is the Citation better than the Sovereign? Well, the Citation is a Sovereign. Which one are you talking about? Baggage weight of 275. Light on the bags. 275. Takeoff. We'll sink the fuel on board. We should have... Whoa, 5.6? That's more gas than we planned for, isn't it? Did we want 5.6? Why do we have so much gas? Hold on. Double check. Oh, block 5.6. Burn of 34. Yep, that's correct. That's accurate. We had a burn of 34. I had 34 in my head. 5.6. That looks good. Landing weight, we'll leave it at 60 minutes hold time, fuel reserve. Beautiful. Next page, we've done this. Getting out of Key West. Gosh, I keep opening up this sim brief window over here. I don't think there's anything. No, we're just going direct to Maxime off runway 9. So let's do procedures, departure, runway 9, load. It says Buffett 1. What's the Buffett 1? It's a vector to Buffett. Let's change that. Procedure, departure. We're going down to Maxime. No, let's... Buffett, Moody. What's Matlick? 9. Load. Oh, no, we don't want that. We don't want that. All right, let's just delete this. Remove. All right, runway 9, departure. That's fine. That's how we want to do it, just like that. We'll leave the Buffett 1 in there. No, I don't want... Gosh, dang it. Remove departure. Yes, I just want to keep runway 9 in there. My goodness. Next page. Good night. Take off runway 9. That's all done. That's all done. Takeoff data. Weather. Let's go ahead and load it up. 016 at 8. Use the RAT 31C. Runways. Condition. That all checks. Takeoff config. Flaps 1. Takeoff data. Check flaps. Accept 102, 107, 116. All right. That's good. I think we're all done with that. Let's go ahead and turn on the electrical in-flight entertainment. Let's get the seatbelt sign on. Let's get our APU ready to go. Let's get the jet cooled off. As soon as the jet is cooled off, I'm going to send for passengers ready for boarding. I sent the message. And let's start the APU. Let's also set the parking brake proper, right? So let's go aux hydraulic pump on. Park brake is set. Brake pressure is set. Park brake is on. Cool. We can turn the aux page off. Aux hydraulics off. And we can go full screen on our PFD. Let's do a magic barrel ref. Let's get our TO set. We've got our OK for boarding. We're OK for boarding. I'm going to go right into APU bleed air on. It's hot. Let's go max cool on. Let's get the jet cooled off. And let's go do our final preparation. We'll go ahead and pull that. Oh, one more thing, Cap, before I head out there. Let me disconnect from the external power. All right, the external power is disconnected. Let's go unplug the GPU. Close up the rest of the shop here. Thank you for the GPU. Save a little money. These things are expensive to rent. Whew. You're the Sovereign to my left? Dude, I don't have the Sovereign MTL. I thought, do we have a Sovereign MTL? So loud my panels are falling down on my desk. You show up as a Chally, but do we have a Sovereign in Ibeo? We need to get one. Alright. Oh, one more chalk here I forgot. Cool. That's why we do our final pre-flight. She's buttoned up. Let's close her up then. Your 190 knots indicated, Zippy, but what's your true and what's your ground speed? Alright, you're all good for start. See, I don't know if I have to keep doing that. See how it keeps shifting the payload or keeps dropping it off there? Alright, but we're all loaded up. We're disconnected from everything. Let's go ahead and get rid of the iPad. We don't need you anymore. We got Garmin G5000s. Anti-collision will come on automatically. Let's do our can we do a welcome aboard announcement? Let's go back here. Let's go home. We'll leave you there. Let's go home. Aircraft systems summary page. We're going to set stab trim. We're going to unlock you, and then we're going to do a cabin management, cabin briefing. We don't do welcome aboard. Okay, that looks good. All right. Stab trim, rudder trim, let's go ahead and set those. Stab trim is 3.5. I'm using Team Vodka's new profile, so I'm nervous. 3 to 3.5 is set. Let's get the engine start clearance from out front. So normally it'd be, we're going to spin 2, which we'll just put out the window. You put 2 fingers up. We're going to start 1, you do 1. But we're going to spin 2. That'd be cool if you could do hand signals. I'm like, all right, here we go. Turning 2. Engine 2 starters coming on. Waiting for 9%. Fuel on at 9%, 8.8. Fuel on, let's take a listen. All right, we'll listen to the other one. I mean, those startup sounds bring it to life. It's really cool, guys. There's a real controller who commented on the last video. He says that the the Sovereigns are so loud when they start up, he can hear them before they call him for clearance on ground. He left a comment on the last video. If you're watching, man, give us a shout out. That was really cool. Cool little fun fact there. I did the wrong thing again. You're supposed to start it with the bleed air off. Supposed to be there with the bleed air off. Yeah, Zippy. See, you're still tasked out at 467 at a ground speed of 437. That's all that matters. You're doing almost 440 knots across the ground at 510 at in a 10 at max weight. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and start engine 1. What's what the CL60? Is that the, what's the straight SOV? Is it 680 still? Is the straight SOVN still a 680? We'll listen to this one from inside. Shh. TJ Moss, you're hooked, baby. I know it, dude. It's addicting, isn't it? Big D. Now, just if you want to let me know in the Discord. Oh, shh, shh, shh. If you want to let me know in the Discord, Big D, just DM me or put it in the CP there in the ops center, and then someone can I can swap you when you get on the ground. All right, we got 2 good starts. Let's go flaps 1. It'll post the speeds. Allegedly, there we go. 180, 116, 107, 102. Let's check our climb profile really quick because we messed it up last night. Okay, it's 297.4. That looks good. All right, everything park brake. We'll go full screen. And actually, hold on. Let's go half screen. Let's go charts, Key West. Zoom you in a little bit. We're going to runway 9er via Alpha. And we need to be on 22.8. Unicom. I've refiled myself as 357, so I don't come do it. Key West. Oh.
I got you.
Can I get a radio check, Key West?
No. Bye, bye, bye.
Bye, bye, bye. Key West traffic, proceed 357 taxi, runway 09 via Alpha. All right, taxi lights coming on. Everybody's cooked. We got our message from dispatch.
Don't make fun of my voice. All right, US traffic, Prestige 542 is taxiing. We're going to follow company out tonight.
Let's go. We got another Prestige following us down tonight. Come off the ramp here. We'll make sure we don't hit anybody. Past this little Citation 2. Love it. Love to see it. The sounds are just incredible, right, Flight Sim guy? You can't say enough about how much a sound set can add to your immersion. That's a pretty sweet model over there, that Challenger model. Even he's in a Sovereign, but we don't have a Sovereign model in Aveo yet. I'll tell you what, let's do this. Watch this. Let's pop a bucket. Oh, my thing's not seated. That is a sight to see. All right, we'll be heading off the ground. We'll be heading flight level change. We'll make a right downwind departure off of runway 09. We are light. We are running away from us here. Slow it down a little bit. Gosh, that all black livery it slaps. It's good. Exclamation point specs, Dylan, you get all the specs, my man. I just, because I don't even remember, man. I couldn't even tell you. I love the Black Square TBM, but the sounds need a rework. I don't fly because of that. Yeah, well, the TBM was the first one that Black Square came out with, right? And it relied on the default sounds. With some added sounds, but I'm with you, man. We need a Boris rework of the default TBM. Or the, of the 850 TBM. Man, we do have a little crosswind. It's pulling us to the right. Those are stowed. All right, here we go. Slowing it down, slowing it down. Here's runway 9. All right, hold short here. Park brake is set. Taxi light off. Park brake is not set. Realistic parking brake. If you hear that ding, make sure you get it. Make sure you come down and check it. Anti-ice is coming on. Tail, wing, boom, boom. Nobody's on final. I haven't heard anybody. Those are all coming up. We are pretty much ready to go. Park brake is coming off. APU's coming off. That's closed. That's closed. And we don't need that chart page anymore. We're here. We're going to give ourselves a heading. And actually, we don't even need relative terrain. Let's go relative terrain off. Or I guess we could leave it. We put in absolute. There we go. Absolute. And then weather. Nothing to worry about there. So let's just go back to the map page. Cool. All right, right downwind departure. Let's go. Key West traffic, Prestige 357, departing runway 09. Be a right downwind departure, Key West. Let's go. The ground textures on this MK Key West is very nice. I'm glad we picked Key West. Oh, I think we have to make our takeoff PA. Hold on, we gotta make our takeoff PA. Gotta be careful with that nose wheel. You definitely can snub it, huh? Alright, 095-ish is set. Oh, we didn't set top altitude. We'll set 240. That's our initial climb. I don't know if it's because of turbulence. We'll take a look for it once we're airborne. So we got 240 is set. Clear left, clear right. Let's go. Let's go flying. Key West traffic, Prestige 357 departing 09. Spool them up. Smash the like button. Should we do a static takeoff? Just so we can hear the sound spool up? Let's do that. Rotate. That thump gets me every time. I absolutely love it. Positive rate, gear up, fly with. Oh my gosh. Through 1,000. Heading, flight level change. Flaps up. Come right. Heading 180. We don't really want to overfly the Naval Air Station there. Messed up our altitude window, I see that.
Reporting 09, straight out.
240. Let's keep it coming around. Go about 240 as we accelerate to 250 here. Beautiful shot of Key West. Sounds are coming down now. Key West traffic Prestige 357 out of 6,800. Last call headed southbound. Good luck and Godspeed tonight, boys. I'm using a new force feedback profile courtesy of Team Vodka on this one. I like it so far. Trim seems to be just fine, Vodka. Might have to make a tweak to it, but it actually seems alright. Here comes 10,000 feet. We'll lower the nose, and I'll get us a direct 2 here in a moment. I'm going to buy a Garmin 530 unit so I can use the knobs in the sim because we're using so much Garmin stuff. It's crazy. Sync the heading by... Well, this will be the real test. Will the autopilot work with Vodka's new profile? It seems to be. All right, flight plan. Direct to Maxine, please. Direct. Activate direct. Nav. V flight level change. Showcase. We're out of here. I'm not used to seeing the flight path vector above the pitch altitude. Sam, I know, right? Isn't that great, dude? This thing has got so much perf. So I like our little guppies. Get an iPad and use glass out. I have an iPad that I'm gonna use. So our work iPads, Dandrini. We just got new ones, and you can buy the old ones for a small fee. So I bought my old white work iPad, and I'm actually gonna try that. It's called Glass Out. You're not the first person to say that, but I'm curious. Would I be able to then? So how does that work, Dandrini? Could I? I don't just want it to display the Garmin though. I need something like I want a controller, so I could use the knobs. XLS is a little shorter and fatter and less performance, Sam. The 6. So what's funny, Sam, is when I was flying corporate, I was gonna stay if we bought the Sovereign. At the time, the Sovereign Plus wasn't even out yet. It was just a straight Sovereign. Because I loved it. I was like, man, if we get the Sovereign, I'm coming back. I'm gonna fly corporate. They ended up settling on the XLS because it was a little bit cheaper to operate, a little bit smaller. So. That's why the first stream I titled The Jet That Almost Changed My Life, because had they have got the Sovereign, I don't know, man. I don't know if I ever would have ended up in the 121 world. Why are we at MCT? We should be at climb, right? Or is MCT right? My eyes misleading me? I didn't set thrust correctly. No, we are climb right here. Yeah, we're okay. We're okay. Okay, we're just getting some great perf tonight. We're light. We only have 3 or 4 people on. Up we go. It becomes a touch interface for your Garmin. There's a demo. I'll try it, Dandrini. I'm actually intrigued. Dylan, I trained 141 initially, and then I trained the rest of my training 61, and then I was an instructor for both 141 and 61. Jesse Ordonez, I don't know how this plane handles with GSX. I have quit the drug of GSX. I couldn't tell you how. I couldn't tell you. This has us going to 24. I don't see why we can't keep going. We'll look at the load of the weather here. It's not like there's any tops. No, nothing on the radar. Cruising at 205. No, we're going straight to, let's go straight to 45. Let's spin it up. We're definitely light enough for it. save gas too. 450 is set. Filch it. Up we go. You're currently working on your IR riddle? Nice, Dylan. Which one, Daytona or Prescott? I've not looked at the Sovereign yet, so it's just the longitude with the shorter range because that cockpit looks the exact same. It's very similar, yeah, very similar. I don't know the range. I don't know the range difference between the longitude and the Sovereign. These newer jets, man, I had left the corporate world before these new jets came out, so I'm still learning them myself. I actually don't know which has better range, the longitude or the Sovereign. I do know a lot of people keep saying I need to give the longitude another shot because it apparently is been updated quite a bit since it first came out on the sim. And that's the last time I flew the longitude was on the sim. Or sorry, when the sim first came out. Just trying to refine this view a little bit here. Yeah, I guess I'll leave it the way it is. 24.1 up to 450. Let's mess with our cruise profile. Let's go VNAV cruise. Let's do maximum cruise. 380 descent. I want to do that. Let's just do standard cruise descent profile there as well. Alright, that all looks good. Seven minutes airborne. Go back. Oceanic. Surely there's no log on Iveo, right? What was our actual flight number? We were actually Prestige 969. That's an easy one to remember. I could have kept that one. I don't think there's any, we're not going to KUSA. We'd actually be getting ready to tune into Cinemar. I know that's not simulated, but yeah, it's not going to connect. There's nothing out there. Aircraft systems, cabin management, briefing. We already did takeoff briefing. Cool. What's this?
Ladies and gentlemen, as we are currently flying over water, we would like to review important safety information. Life vests are located underneath your seat. In the event they are needed, please refer to the safety briefing card for detailed instructions on how to use them. Do not inflate your life vest while inside the aircraft. In the unlikely event of a
We're giving our passengers an overwater brief here.
designed to float, provided the cabin door remains closed. If the door is open, please lift the water barrier to help prevent water from entering the cabin. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you for your attention. All right, that's been completed. I think we're good. It's our nearest. I'll leave that page up just in case it's bare over water. What do you guys think of the dynamic reg livery? I think I have to I didn't click it right. But the dynamic registrations versus the November 1 with the chrome belly. Anybody, or not the chrome, the bare metal. Anybody flown November 1 yet? Oh, that's a cool shot. Life jacket, floaties, a complimentary Corona can be found in your seat. I want to buy Chazbro. I want to buy this, but the ITT thing is holding me back. ITT thing. What's wrong with the ITT? Our ITT seem to be in the green. As long as it's in the green, you're good to go. I don't know. We'll keep an eye on it. Look at the takeoff lineup at DFW on Flightbox. They shut it down. Let me pull up the real-world radar. I'm actually curious. They shut down the DFW. probably a bunch of premium flying going out. Man, I'm all settled in. I got myself a little banana matcha. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Some big old storms are booming in DFW right now. That's weird that they're coming from the east and going west. It's almost like it's a HARP weather program. I didn't say that, did I, AJ? Shh. That's very rare that you see thunderstorms moving east to west in Texas. Like, almost never. How, as a VEC pilot, can we get the company livery? Benny, I'm glad you asked, my friend, because I feel like there's a lot of people that are not in the don't see it and they're wondering why. You have to have the VEC tag in Discord, and then that opens up the entire VEC channel, and it's in the livery locker. There's a channel called Livery Locker, and that's where you just download it, put it in your community folder. We've got the Phenom is available now too. I'll show you guys before we end the stream if you want to see it. But yeah, the reason I put the VEC tag and not just the whole Discord is because there's quite a few channels with V1 exec, and we're having we have ops channel, we've got landing, we've got basically a dispatch channel that shows everybody taking off landing, announcements, and there's a lot of stuff that needs to be discussed right now, and I don't want to incorporate the other 3,000 people in Discord. So if you don't have the VEC role, just say, hey, I need the VEC role in the Flight Sim General or something. Tag either me, Water, Zippy, any mods really. And we're just trying to get people the role, because once you get the role, then it opens up a whole new section of the Discord for you. Alberto D, I heard nothing, I saw nothing. I know, right? It's a little strange, Alberto. Is a Citation 10 available? Absolutely. We'll take a look at the fleet here once we get up to cruise, El Dragon. We're primarily a Citation 10 heavy operator, because number one, I absolutely love the 10, and it is a great moneymaker. It's got a good margin. You can fly far, fast, high. So, the livery. What about the livery? It will be El Dragon. So they're all custom made from Whiskey Throttle. The Phenom is available. This is available, and the 10 should be available soon. Just waiting for Whiskey to drop the 10 livery, and then eventually we'll have one for each fleet type. So eventually we'll do the 7.3, which I think will be kind of cool. And I did commission Whiskey. I did want him to get something out of it. I didn't just want to ask him like, hey man, can you make a bunch of free liveries? And he offered. He was like, I'll do it. And I was like, no, I want to pay Whiskey Throttle real money for his time, because there's no more valuable currency in my opinion than time, whether it's your time or someone else's time, and I want to respect that. So I'll send him another commission for the next largest aircraft in the fleet, which is actually probably going to be the BBJ. That or the, I don't know, I have to look. I have to check. You haven't flown the X in the company yet, Sandman? Dude, the 10, I know all the hype, and I fully think it's warranted. I love the Sovereign. I think it's a great airplane. I think Skyward Sim has done a great job. I love the Phenom. There's so much I want to fly, dude. Like, I wanted to fly the Phenom tonight because Whiskey just dropped the livery. But it's shiny jet syndrome, you know? I already flew the Phenom twice. Now I want to fly the Sovereign more. The Sovereign the Phenom, it has a really cool livery too, because the Phenom looks really good in matte. The Phenom is actually what gave me the idea for a matte black with a graphite flat black look. So it looks really, really good. And then November 1 Phenom is inverse, which is cool. So the flagship Phenom is a really cool one. But, yeah, back to what I was saying is not to take anything away from Skyward Sim or FS Reborn, because they are awesome biz jets. But the Flight FX Citation 10 is also, it's not as detailed, and I wish it was. If Skyward Sim did a Citation 10, I don't know what I would do, man. Because on a personal level, I like the 10 a lot. But even, just as it is now, even though it's not as tiny detailed. It has everything you need for a normal operation, and it's so fun to fly. It's such a capable airplane. So, surprise stream after work, Scribs. What's up, man? I know I said I wasn't going to stream today. I was like, I don't want to stream. I finished, so drove me nuts. I said yesterday that I'll have that video out before I leave. I don't know what happened. I closed my editor, and then I guess I had somehow saved it to a spot that I didn't know where it was, and I was looking for it, and I couldn't find it, and then I rage quit, and then I ended up doing something else and forgot. So I came back to the office today. I found where it was saved. It was saved in like a completely random folder. I had to find it by using the history version on Vegas, because I'm like, I don't know where this project went. I know I had been saving it. But it was weird, because when I closed Vegas, when I relaunched it, it updated, because normally when you relaunch Vegas, it brings your last project up that you were working on. But this time it didn't. It just brought up a blank canvas, and I was like, uh-oh, where'd my project go? And I had to find where I saved it. Drew Smith, howdy boss. Loving the biz jets and jet card lately. What's up, Drew? Thank you, man. I appreciate the 19 months. I know there's some of you that probably want to change, go back to our normal, and we will. We're going to do some more airliner flying. I want to get in the MD-11. I really want to see what that airplane's been up to, but I just needed a change, man. I needed something fresh in the sim, and the fact that it all came out at the same time, it's just perfect, you know? The biz jets and jet card, just perfectly timed, and it opened up a whole new world for me to enjoy the sim. Not that I wasn't enjoying it, because I was, but just need something fresh to do for a little while, you know? Just a little love. Any love for the Statesman? Of course, Hamish. Hamish, I'll show you guys what we're dealing with up there right now. I am still approving apps as they come in if they meet the criteria. So our hiring, we are getting a little bit more selective now. The number one way to get your app noticed if you are interested in getting hired by VEC is get your rep up. So spread the love to join some other companies if you want. Get your reputation up. Over the weekend, if you had a 50 rep and above, you were pretty much insta-hired. Now we're looking at much higher qualifications, 60 plus. So get your rep up and keep your app in. And if your application has been sitting for a while and your rep has gone up, I have to ask the owner of JetCard this. I don't know if I see live reputation increase. Because if I don't, then I'm pretty sure I do. Like when you have your application, I'm pretty sure you could see the reputation change. But yeah, get your reputation up and we'll get you on board. And here's the other thing though too, Hemish, is I would love to just say approve every single app, right? But if I do that, then we're going to have way too many pilots and not enough planes. And I can't just buy every plane, because then if I just buy every plane and buy a ton of planes and hire everybody, all I've essentially done is created free flight with a third-party app running in the background, right? So we're trying to keep the realism, not ultimate realism, you must fly every day and have log in at 8 a.m. for sign-in, not that realism, and not I don't care realism. We want to be somewhere in the middle where we want it to be fun. I want to have realistic procedures and stuff for y'all to do if you want to do it, It's not like I'm not going to, check in on everybody's flight. Be like, hey, did you do this right? Or did you do this? Or I'm not going to be, checking on Volanta or looking up the VEC flight numbers and be like, let me see, did he do the right pattern entry? No, we're not doing that. But if you want to, and I want you to want to, that's the pilot we want to hire, is the people that want to take it seriously, because I think that's how you have the most fun out of it. But yeah, don't, if your app is still sitting, don't worry. I thought we're sitting at about a 2-to-1 ratio, 160 pilots, 80 airplanes. I'm sitting at about a 2-to-1 ratio right now. And I'm slowly increasing that, especially as we start to sneak open a few more bases here and there. We'll keep trickling people in. Jesse Ordonez, the Rotate MD-11 got a massive update lately. I did see that. Now, Jesse, which engine has the better sounds right now on the MD-11? Is it the GEs or the Pratts? Because I feel like there's one engine set that always sounded a little bit better, and I feel like that engine set was the engines that I didn't fly for some reason. So I got to make sure I pick the proper engine set that seems to have a better sound pack. All right, we just leveled off in cruise. The seatbelt sign is coming off. I didn't do a very good job of my SOPs there. Left all the lights on. Settling back to 450 in cruise. Mach 7.6. That's perfect. Take it out over, we got some little weather over there. That's fine. We'll go back to map settings. Can I do connect radar? Yes, that's what I love. We'll put the radar overlay on the map. What else can we throw on here? All right, that's cool. All right, flight plan on this page. Nearest airport's on that page. Cruising at 450. We got a heck of a headwind. 50. Oh, you know what? Someone be a hero and wind back the stream to when we leveled at 24. Tell me what the winds were. We got a 57 odd headwind up here. That might be why they filed us lower. Zipper, you had to descend? Well, there you go. Good job, man. I mean, you might still be too heavy, Zip, for 51, to be honest with you. You might have been too heavy still. Because I don't know how much cargo you have on board. Alright. Look at that jet. I mean, that livery, I think, just prestigious. .2 in arrival in the Yellowknife? Dude, that's enough gas to go all the way to friggin' Seattle. Thank you, Bill. So it was 18 knots at 240. Alright. Head on 19 knots, DDM. Thank you, man. Alright. Well, I'll tell you what, we stepped it up, but we'll be alright. We'll be alright up here. Good morning, V-Pilot. V-Pilot, I just saw your DM, dude, before I went live. I'll hit you up. I'm gonna be at, what hotel am I gonna be at? Do you guys remember? I'm not at the Expo Hotel. It was sold out. I'm down a little ways. But we'll meet up, V-Pilot. V-Pilot, I love, was it, where did we fly to yesterday? Did you see yesterday, V-Pilot? We went into one of your older sceneries. It was great, man. That approach in there is so fun. Right over the water, between the trees. I always flew the GE engines on the rotate, but I haven't been on X-Plane for a while. I actually uninstalled it. Oh, really, Jesse? Okay, well. Alright. Beyond ATC gave me some questionable vectors for final yesterday. Don't look at the pattern. D-Doom, you know what I've found to be... Unless I'm going straight in with Beyond ATC, is... I tend to just switch to tower. Like if I have a published approach, I tend to switch to tower frequency, fly the approach procedure as published, and then I call tower when I'm on final. No wind on this advanced bird? I actually don't know. Scribs. I imagine there would be something in perf, like an en route. I think there's another... Jeff was saying they have like an optimum cruise and things like that, and that is not modeled or simulated in this Garmin, and I wonder if it would be in that page. The data link, position, ACARS, telephone, what's position reports? Automatic is fine. It is interesting that you don't have a, it would have to be in that perf page. It's on VNav. Yeah. Boy, oh boy, water's in the house. Did I just get a jet card message? What is that? just got a message on jet card. I thought I did. I swear I heard a jet card. I'm looking at my jet card right now. No new messages there. .47 company messages. Right now we have 21 aircraft available. Jet card update? Oh, news on their phone, yeah. June 2nd. Let's take a look. What do we got here? A version. How do I zoom in? I can't read this. Sean thinks I'm 21 years old still. Let's see. Version 1.12 just loaded up on the server and will be available next time you open the application. If you're currently in flight, you do not need to install the update until you have finished your current sector or leg. Change log. Trip leg range tightened to 86% of book range. Fewer legs that bust fuel in real conditions. Charter board capacity raised from 10,000 to 50. So that's what Zippy is dealing with today, that super long flight. Trip leg range tightened to 86% of book range. So, so he nerfed it, is what it sounds like. He nerfed it because guys were running out of juice, unless I'm reading that wrong. He should have left it at 100% book range, so it's on you to determine if it's going to be good enough or far enough range. Sounds like a nerfing. Charter mix rebalance, more turboprop, very light jet, and VVIP missions. Generate trip aircraft drop down sorts by type, then tail. Ah, very cool. That'll be good for our fleet. You got to sort by the type and then the fleet. Operators whose owner's reputation hits 0 get a 48-hour warning posted to all pilots. If reputation doesn't recover, the operator force dissolves the fleet to market. Employees for so the owner, so me, I cannot hit 0 rep. Ferry expenses no longer appear on the chief pilot's personal bank page. Oh, that's a good one. Show on the owner's balance only. Thank you. Taking away my money. Ferry and aircraft. Release aircraft confirmation rethemed to match the rest of the app. Owner flown charter breakdowns no longer show a phantom pilot pay line. I did see someone post about that. Aircraft market. Ooh, hold on. Here we go. 6 new aircraft. Tecnam P212. Travel Air. Jet Card launch partner. The P2 2012 Traveler. Beechcraft King Air 300. Bombardier Q400. ATR Highline VIP. Oh, Boeing 748. Come on, dude. Boeing 76300 BBJ. Okay, we don't need a 748. People are just going to buy fleets of 74s. Reclassified the 50EX to super midsize. Okay, I was actually wondering about that because the 50's coming out. I don't know if we're at 50EX or not. BBJs now deliver at Boeing Field. Instead of Renton? I liked having to ferry it out of Renton. Unbelievable. He's saving people money, and I don't want that. We need everyone to spend more money. Corrected the Beechcraft Starship ICAO. T-Tut, if you're around, T-Tut, that was probably why you were having issues with the Starship. It had the wrong ICAO. That's been corrected. That's probably a T-Tut fix, actually. I bet you T-Tut fixed that, put that in or brought it up. M500 ICAO, Piaggio Avanti ICAO. Yes, it was loading the Premier Simbrief profile. Very cool. We might get a turboprop fleet. No more stay Renton Toulouse after relocations. What? Aircraft city labels now derive from the current location. Okay. Cleared the factory new pool of duplicate listings. One fresh tail per type. That's for me to worry about, not you. Airports. Okay, let's read this. Hold on. You guys don't want to read it with me. I'll read it to you, but let's go into a nice view. That's a view right there. Or do we want the sunny side? We want the sunny side. Let me read the new airport releases. Is the airplane too loud outside? Let me know if it's still too loud for you. Airport releases. Here we go. A Mexico Pass. My man. Here we go. 15 new airports. Tijuana, Del Bajío, Quintaro, Meridia, Felipe Angles, don't know, La Paz, Laredo. Don't know how to pronounce this one. The Zuetanyahu, Zuntuahanahu, Curanava. Maybe I should show you guys this because you're not going to be able to understand what I'm reading. I don't know what this is. Zuantanaha, Cuernavaca, Pueblo, Veracruz, Augusta Calientes, Tampico, Culican, Villahermosa, 30 additional airports across the UK. So for our UK partners over there at our Geneva base, at Fort Dougal, we got some 30 new airports. Belgium, Germany, Spain, Switzerland, Turkey, Algeria, Egypt, Zimbabwe. Wow. Suriname, French Guyana, Galapagos, Colombia, my man. I specifically requested more Colombia airports. Pacific Samoa, New Zealand, Australia, and the U.S., including Truckee. Truckee Tahoe. Iba, Dog, Sharm El Sheikh, Eltac, Brussels. Fix the Medford ICAO. Remove duplicate Paphos. Let me go back to this. I can read this part now. Reposition Atlantic Aviation, Washington Dulles. Okay, cool. Sim brief. Oh my goodness. I love Sean. Look at this update. Here we go. OFP layout from your saved airframe profile now carries through now carries through. So if you have a saved airframe profile that I like to use custom, it'll carry through the jet card profile. Excellent, 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 excellent. JEP Lido, default selections honored per airframe. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Direct route fallback from SimBrief now retires automatically. If both attempts come back direct, a dismissal banner points to the SimBrief button to edit and sync. All right, cool. Quality of life adjustments, and then we're done. Leaderboard this week runs Monday through Sunday of the current calendar week, was rolling 7 days. All right. Dashboard flight history, map mirrors across the data line, Trans-Pacific routes display continuously. JPhone flight page scrolls on long itineraries. After action reputation reasons consistently show when decimal place. Flight traffic markers turn orange for fill up. All right, cool. All right. Cool. Take a look at our live map, see where everybody's at. Let's check in on the Europe division. Peter Mathis going into Dubai in a Citation 10. Matt Robertson going into Geneva right now. He's going back home. Tomas is going back home. Flicks. He's going to LEMD still in a Challenger. Let's take a look down here. These are our big boys down here. What do we got? We got Team Vodka. Medellin to Houston in a 10. My man, please make sure you run your performance twice. It's part of our SOP. I need you to run your perf takeoff data twice. Use the SimBrief perf takeoff data, Vodka. Going to Houston out of there. That's going to be a tight one. APU on, bleed on, flaps 5 probably to get, I don't know. May 4, I don't think don't do 15 out of there. You're going to try to get away with flaps 5 out of there if you can. Kato is headed down to, he's leaving Cali. He's boarding Cali to Medellin. Frankie says relax. Look at this. We already got some Key West operation. We have Adam going to Cincinnati in a 10. Isaac going to Jax in a Phenom. Myself, and who we got here? Ooh, Swarm is coming in a Challenger 650. Gotta love it. We'll be headed down there together. New York has been kind of quiet today. New York base has been kind of quiet. Burbank has been kind of quiet. I think everybody's on multi-day trips, waiting for the weekend. Darth Russ is headed back to home base in Burbank. Callie Simmer is active. She's in 319 ACJ. She's in 501 NK. She's in the Rescue Bird. She's in a Phoenix Rescue Bird. Ogden, Utah to Nuck. And a Sov. Burbank. Oh, Daniel Jenkins got a long flight for him there, 1,400 miles. Let's check in on our boy Zippy Zapple. Here we go. Where's Zippy at? He's going into Yellowknife. He's at 490 doing 440 knots over the ground. Zippy's he's the unsung hero tonight. He's flying through the night. Cool. Love Jet Card, y'all. Been loving Jet Card. What do you guys think? Have you guys been liking the Jet Card stuff, the Sovereign stuff, the corporate jet stuff? You tired of it yet? You want to go back to flying the A320 from Atlanta to DFW? What do you guys think? What's up, Greg? Good afternoon. Watching from the Rockaway Beach, New York. Hey, Rockaway Beach, New York. Greg, welcome on board, man. Probably a beautiful early summer evening, huh? VEC streams, best stream. Well, I know that's for you, Flight Sim guy. That's for sure. For those of you wondering about Barry, he's not lost. Don't worry. We'll get some Barry action too. We haven't forgot about Barry. Having to take the lid off my matcha. I'm doing a matcha for dinner tonight. Courtesy of Miss V1. I gotta watch my feminine figure. You loving the Jet Cards and the C680? Jet Card has added an energy to this community that just exploded with us. Darth Rust, that's well said, man. You know, when we started, I was like, well, let me wind back. When I saw Blue Games' video, I was like, this is definitely something I want to do. His first line, I want to play it. Hold on, because I'm not going to show it because I don't want to copyright Mr. Blue. But it's pinned in that video. I highly recommend that you guys watch the Blue Games video as well, especially if you're starting out, because my video is more for how you operate as an employee. So let's hear how Blue phrased this. This is the best phrase I've heard here.
If you're like me and you love flying business jets in Flight Sim, but you want more reasons and more places to fly them, you need a Jet Card.
Yeah. When he said that, I'm just sitting there like I'm on my TV playing. I'm like, yep, that's me. I'm nodding my head like, yeah, that's me, Blue. That's me. What is Jet Card, right? So when I saw this program, I saw Blue talk about it, I was like, that's exactly what I wanted. That's what I've been looking for. And then I dove into it a little bit. I started messing around with it, and I had the ideas, the new idea juice just started going through my mind like, man, we could, not only is this something that I would love to do, the fact that, you know, this is what's great about YouTube and having your own communities, because you as you build your community, you kind of build with a lot of people that kind of have the same vibes as you for what you like to do, because I stream what I like to stream. You guys watch what you like to watch, right? So knowing what I liked about simming, I was like, man, I bet there's a lot of guys in the V1 Nation that would be interested in this, guys and gals. And so the idea started popping off, and then we opened it. We're kind of like last minute. I was like, okay, we're gonna do a stream on it. I'm like, all right, let's do. Let me open the. Let's do this. Let's see what it turns into. And man, I went away from my computer. I come back and there's like 50 people in the voice chat. They're like, hey, we'll do this, and this. With Water's already set up the whole Discord department with different channels for announcements, SOPs, all this stuff. Kato is working on our landing, or he was. I didn't even think it was possible. He's working on the ops center and landing challenges and all this stuff that's automatically posting. And I'm like, man, this is blowing up quick, you know. And then the applications, man, we had, I don't know how many. We had over 100 applications within the first hour. So then I'm like, okay, I got to figure out how to tamper this a little bit, because the excitement and hype is good when it's new. And how you prolong that excitement and hype is you kind of have to force people it can't just be an easy accept everybody and buy every airplane, because it's exactly like I said at the beginning of the video. Now we've just created free flight with a third-party app. So I was like, okay, I have to contain the excitement. I have to treat this as if this was, what would I do if this was really my company and we're growing. All right, so I started with, how we're going to vet the application process. How do we sort it out? Like, well, for the first 2 days, let's just accept mostly everybody, unless you were on a ban list or a troll list for the channel. I was like, it's opening weekend, right? It's the hiring wave, just like real life aviation. There's a hiring wave, right? Now the hiring wave is slowed, right? And but it doesn't mean you don't have a shot of getting on the company. It's just we have to maintain and manage the company so it survives long term. 6 months from now, we got 80 airplanes that have lease payments due, and no one's flying the jets. Then I'm going to go bankrupt, and that's the end of V1 exec, right? So that's why if your app is in, it's nothing unless you're a known troll or banned. We're filtering it with the growth of the company. We pretty much did rapid growth as fast as we could, as much as we could, and now we kind of got to see what the real numbers are going to be like. So it's added a whole new vibe, like you said, Darth, or a whole new energy. People are excited, and then you combine it with the perfect timing of the biz jets releasing, and then part of me is against airliners in it, but I understand it because the BBJ is a real thing, and it does. I mean, we have the perfect model for it. But I'm not just, if I wanted to just make a bunch of money, I would just buy nothing but airliners. But that makes no sense to me. I want it to be an executive charter. We do have a few BBJs. So if you love flying the PMDG, or maybe you don't have any biz jets, but you still want to be part of this, you got your shot. We've got 4 or 5 BBJs. We've got a couple Airbuses. So it's been a whole lot of fun, and I'd love to see where it goes. V1 exec goat. Nabil, did you post? You posted something in the Discord. I had a play button, but I couldn't play it. My internet wasn't fast enough. I need to see what that was. Jeff Faviano's in the house. What about nepotism? Jeez. Jeff, what's going on, man? Jeff, dude, I have been loving your dead stick videos. I've watched every single one except I haven't finished the last. Well, you did like 6. I didn't watch the one you just released, and then I'm on the one where I don't want to say it, but the big storm, Jeff. That's cool, man. That is a cool program or a cool game, really, because it's, I don't know, is it a game? Is it a sim? But I mean, first off, dude, your video editing is incredible. Like the amount of time and effort that you put into those videos, dude, it's awesome, man. I really enjoy it. But that video, the big storm, I won't spoil it. I won't spoil it for those that haven't watched, but there is some pretty cool stuff going on. I also would like to use the nepotism card. Blackbird controls. Jeez. What's going on, Blackbird? How you doing, buddy? Hope all is well. Hey, you know what, Blackbird? Your 7.8 throttles, or no, sorry, your 777 throttles are like the best Bravo corporate jet throttles. They're perfect for the Bravo for corporate jets. Until you make a Citation 10 throttle quadrant, they're the best ones out there. V1, I fly the BBJ a lot because it's what I have. I'm going to get to saw this weekend about 2 pmdgs last week. Oh, Darth Rust, I totally get it, man. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, okay, I like having the BBJ, but you also have to understand that's why I just don't have a huge fleet of airliners, right? Because V1 exec, I want it to be a primary executive charter company, right? So I know, because everybody's, not every single person is going to be happy with the way we do things, right? Because everybody wants a certain airplane, everybody wants a certain airport. But at the end of the day, just like in real life, when you run a company, you can't make every single person happy. It's just not possible. So my job is to make it as enjoyable as possible and hope you stick around and wait for those slots. And that's what's cool about our ops tracker in Discord. As soon as a BBJ comes available, you'll see it in the ops tracker. If you 3D print him something, he will let you fly in his inner circle. Telluride should be the next base if it's popular charter. You know, I thought about Telluride, but here's the thing. You have to consider the challenge too. We're not looking to just put a bunch of airplanes in the dirt and have a bunch of people fail getting in. So Telluride is a bit of a challenge. I'm already Medellin SKMD. That's already going to be on our special qual airport list. And if you look in the Discord under the VEC section, you'll notice there's some special qualification stuff there for Medellin. And I'm going to chop up that approach as a little mini tutorial. So if you're flying long haul, or say you're doing a base to base, maybe you took a Sovereign out of Teterboro and you're going all the way down to Medellin, in cruise you'll be able to watch the approach tutorial in short form. It's not going to be long form video. It'll be like, 3-4 minute clips showing the initial approach or the setup, the initial, how to set up your PFD, MFD, and then how to fly the approach. Because I want it to be, I want it to be semi-realistic. We have that in real life, right? So a lot of our special qual airports, it is mandatory. Like for myself, I'm considered a TQ. I'm a terrain qual guy. So my last trip, I got assigned to that of order because no one else was available that was a TQ. So they gave it to me. But for me to maintain, or for me to be TQ'd, I have to go through the special qual training. I have to have reviewed the special qualification airports, the briefing strips, the videos, and I'm bringing a sliver of that to V1 Exec because I think it's fun for y'all that, maybe you've never experienced, maybe you didn't even know that was a real thing and how it happens in the real world. So that's what we're going to have set up for that. A Telluride tutorial, we probably have to make one just as a special qualification airport, not even a base, but yeah, absolutely right. No excuses to ask for a regional A380. If people want to fly V1 Exec, you have the CJ and the longitude as options. That is very true, yeah. And Jeff, how is the longitude? Everyone keeps telling me that it's actually it's been updated. It's actually pretty good. What is your opinion? Haven't flown it in any recent time. So it's got a very similar cockpit to the Saab. So he says, I love it in all caps. Vodka says, I just flew it. It's okay. Well, Vodka's a Debbie Downer. Michael J, I'm not fully convinced V1 Exec isn't Mundry laundering scheme. No, dude, so that's the other thing. I wish I should ask Sean, because somebody asked me this too. Sean is the head dev at JetCard for the code, because I think if certain people have codes, to my knowledge, I don't have a code for you to use to get JetCard. I don't get anything from JetCard. I'm literally just someone who saw it and was like, whoa, I wanna get this. And I sent him a message. I was like, hey, are you still doing the partnership program, whatever at all? And even if he said no, I was just gonna buy it and do my own thing. But that's the only monetary value is I got a license for free. So I did not pay. Full disclosure, I did not pay the $20, but I'm not being paid to sell you a program. It's just missing some stuff, Vodka. All right. What a shill. Man, Jeff Faviano sounded a lot like Turkaren today. So, Jeff Faviano's a little salty. It must be all that bush flying. Wings falling off and stuff. I know. I saw Vodka. I did see they added the ATR. Did you not? You were probably taking off. But we went through the whole. There's been a whole update to JetCard. Been a whole update. A line of Blackbird business jet throttles, maybe. Ooh, there you go. Blackbird. If you could, what does the throttle set look like on this? I actually don't even know. I mean, you could make a sovereign set, but see, this is why I love dude, this is why I love this 777 throttle, because it's almost correct. So like, you know, I've got my Togas, I've got 2 buttons in the front that I use for the TO. I've got my disconnect here, and then I've got the auto throttle button in the back, which I can use as well. But I don't know how to bind this yet, so I just click it. But if you were gonna make one throttle quadrant Blackbird, you gotta make the Citation 10 quadrant, because it's very similar from the 10 to the other CJs, and then it's going to be very it's pretty complex though. I don't know how you would go about that, but it would be cool to have the 10 quadrant, because then you could use that across all the other citations. Oh my gosh, Jeff Faviano is asking to be removed from the stream. He just said that the Citation 10 looks like a pregnant seagull. The funny thing is, it kind of does now that you say that, but I love it, man. The 10, I think, is just a sexy bird, man. The 10 is just, it's incredible, dude. 510, 92 Mach, and then comes in at 115 knots. Come on. Jeff is drunk. Does the 680 have TOD? Yes, it does. I'll show you that here in a minute. I'll show you that. The Premier looks worse. Yeah. I mean, it's a pregnant seagull at 92 Mach, says Classic Jet Sim Pilot. Indeed. We're pretty much going direct to MHLM. We're 41 UTC from landing, so 340 miles. Let's take a look at the charts down there, and I'll show you how to set up your TOD. So if you notice now, we don't have any TOD because we don't have any airport, we don't have approach in there, we don't have any vertical profile set up. So what I'm going to do is I go to the landing data first, and I go to the weather tab. What do we got? 050 at 8. Okay, so now let's pick up the charts, MHLM, and let's see what we're dealing with. Winds are 05. That's pretty bright. I should dim it a little bit, huh? 050 at 8, so we'll land on 4. Or should we land on 22? What kind of approaches do they have? All approaches to 22, so we're going to set up for the 22 then. We know we can land with an 8-knot tailwind. We have a 10-knot tailwind landing limitation here at V1 exec. You could take up to 10 knots on the tail unless you're going into Medellin. It's 8 knots max. There's no approaches the other way. We could circle the 4, but here's the thing. The ramp is over here, so we do want to land 22. So let's do the ILS. Well, let's see what the ILS looks like. We don't want to do that one. That looks too confusing. That one looks just as confusing. Let's see if we can find ourselves a nice RNAV in there. Let's put RNAV 22. Hey, nice and boring, just how I like it. We're coming from the north, so we're going to branch it off of LM001. So let's do that. So let's go destination 22. And actually, before we do that, we can go to flight plan procedures, approach 22, RNAV 22. What do we say? LM001. Minimums are 334. Is that an MDA? No, it's a DA. So we just do 334. We'll enter that. Transition, we've already set that. Okay, so we're going to load that. And then we're going to proceed direct there now. So we're going to proceed direct to LM001. And now that we've got some vertical data in there because of the approach, we have a TOD marker. Now, if you didn't if you weren't up to the approach yet, what you could do, let's pretend this airport didn't have an approach. You got to set an altitude of where you want to be at over the field, and then that'll give you a vertical profile. By default, if you have no approach and nothing selected, the airplane doesn't know where to start your top of descent because it doesn't know when or where you want to go down to. So if it doesn't know where to go down to, you can't have a TOD. I have to dim these screens here. I'm going to go blind. All right. So we've got that set up, and now we can actually finish the rest of the perf landing data while we're up here. So weather, we've done that. Runway, it's all selected from the database. We're doing full flaps. Everything is normal. And then 110, 103 VREF. we only need 2,800 feet. We got over 8,000. Accept the landing speeds, and they'll post right here once they're accepted. Let's do the. Let's go back and. There's one other thing I was going to do. Oh, the profile. Flight plan, VNAV, descent, standard 307.8 at 3 degrees. Transition is 190 down here in San Pedro Sula. That's correct. 250 below 10. Terminal 200 below 3,000 AGL within 10 miles. Looks good to me. All right. So that looks good. Our charts are set. We'll put in... we can actually put the bottom altitude in the box right now since we don't have any ATC down here. We'll set 8,000 feet. And you can see, since we are in V out, we're in vertical nav. There's the path will be above us. We're actually all set up to start down when we're ready now. So that's it. Simple as that. She's set up. Ready to rock and roll. The C680 is replacing the 10 for you. I know, Fred. It's going to replace it for a lot of people until you see the V1 livery on the 10. Then you're going to be like, all right, we're going to have to fly the 10 a little bit more. I mean, the 10 is, I understand, but why people want to fly the Sovereign over the 10 now, I totally get it. It's definitely more intricately detailed, but as someone who's partial to the 10, I'm still going to fly it. I'm partial to the Sovereign, but I see a lot of those around St. Louis. Yeah, Jeff, I said the only thing that can make this airplane better is if we had a straight Sovereign instead of the Plus. So give me the Honeywell Epic, Honeywell Epic, or Primus avionics suite, straight wings. That would be sweet. Having a classic Sovereign. I mean, the Garmin 5000 is, I mean, it is a pretty incredible unit at what it can do. There's no doubt about that. But everything is glass, man. I know, Jeff, everything's glass. That's why I'm also I'm holding out. I'm getting a little bit more hype for the Falcon 50. If the Falcon 50 can be as good as they say it's going to be, imagine having Lear 35, Falcon 50. We got 2 retros, and then we'll have the Sovereign and the Phenom as our modern jets. Be a pretty sweet setup, if you ask me. It looks good from so many angles. Once the Falcon drops, I'll be saying goodbye to all these glassbirds. Eamon Burke, I'm with you, brother. I don't know. Does anybody know what the latest update is on the 50? I ask this every stream. I don't even know where to find. Do they have a Discord? I need to get in the Discord if they have one. It's a contrail airplane, right? How do you get the parking brake to set properly and not send you rolling on start? Great question, Sawyer Rosenstein. If you are, so the first, when you're when you first load in, you need to turn on your hydraulics, your aux hydraulics right here, and then you're going to set the parking brake and you're going to squeeze the rudder pedals. Skyward Sim has simulated the check valves and the fluid going into the park brake pedals, or well, going into the parking brake. So with the aux hydraulic pump on and the brake set, when you squeeze the pedals, you're going to pump the pressure into the parking brake, and they have check valves, so you don't have to do anything else. You literally set the brake, squeeze the pedals with the aux hydraulic pump on, then you'll get a proper parking brake set, and you'll actually get a CAS message. Says park brake set. So if you don't do that, then if you just pull the park brake and you don't press the pedals, you don't have any pressure in the parking brake. So yeah, that got me yesterday in MB, where were we? MBPO? I don't know. Yeah, Great airport. It was fun though. The only thing better than the Falcon 50 is a Falcon 20. Nah, nope. Nope. Got to have three engines, 3 holers, Jeff. 3 holers. 3 holers for the win. I'm so tired of twin engine jets in my life. 3 holers, baby. Although, I agree, the Falcon 20 is pretty sexy. So it's a contrail Discord. Okay. A Jetstar? That'd be some classic Jetson power. Lars from Contrail said they are very much on track for a release this month. Well, I need to get in their Discord, and I need to see if they want to do any little... If I can get on, I don't know if they have a beta team, a closed beta. I would love to check it out, see what they got. I really like the Falcon cockpits. They are unique. They are, man. So my buddy Nick, when I first started flying corporate, he flew on a Falcon 20 a lot, and he's like, he always said that. I mean, it's just, he said it, he felt invincible in the Falcon 20. He's like, it was just built like a tank. You could manhandle it as a beast of an airplane. We tried to get, so when I was flying the Citation Bravo, they were looking at upgrading, and we tried to sell the Falcon 50, and it just it didn't make sense. The cost of fuel, that third engine, it was not what we needed for our mission. But man, if we had settled on a 50, I'd probably still be flying it to this day. Who knows? Howdy V1. V1 Nation, haven't made a live or been in the sim in a while due to engaged life and other events. Jet car definitely has me itching my neck like an addict. 3 Romeo whiskey. I'm right there with you, man. Welcome on board, dude. Dude, that's what I said to my wife. I was like, man, all right, I'm going to take today off. I'm not going to do anything. Dude, the first thing I do, I wake up, I'm like, let me check the live map. Who's flying? How many jets are flying? How many jets are in the air? Do we need more jets in the air? Do we need more pilots? Do we need less pilots? What's going on? My biggest concern is, are the guppies flying? The guppies need to be airborne. The guppies and the AC and the Toon 319s, those planes need to be airborne constantly on a rotational shift, just about. The 10s and the Sovereigns and everything else, I understand people book, 3, 4, 5 day trips. That's totally fine. We got nothing against that. It would be cool, though. That would be a cool addition from JetCard, is if you could limit the length of time someone can hold a trip, like tie it to the legs. So I think a 2-leg trip should be 2 days, a 2-day hold. A 3-leg trip should be 3 days, 4, and I'd say go to 5 legs, be 5 days, and then cut it. So, because I think it only lets you go to 7 legs. So if you have a 7-leg trip, you can do it over 5 days, but, then it would prevent, people from just holding jets indefinitely. I think it has like a 29-day cutoff or something, but I think the length of time should be on the legs of trip. Maybe I should suggest that to JetCard. Where's JetCard when you need him? Normally drops by the stream. Will it ever make sense to buy an aircraft instead of leasing? Yes, it will, Michael J. And I am looking at my CFOs and my financial officers. We watch the analytics. We're looking at that. We're talking about it. So we tried to stagger our leases. So we have 6 month and 3 month leases, because what we're trying to figure out is when the hype dies down, what are our real numbers going to be? And we don't want to take a bunch of hits on not being able to keep airplanes, because if you drop a lease, it actually takes 10 rep off the company. So we don't want to do that. What was the question? Oh, JetCard Virtual Systems. Good to see you, man. So the length of time somebody can hold a trip, to my knowledge, it's like, what is it, 29 days on average, I think, when you book a trip. I was thinking if you could have a setting, or maybe even, I don't know if defaulted or what, but I think the trip length, the amount of time that you can sit on it, should be tied to the legs. So the minimum trip length is 2 legs. So if you book a 2-legger, you got 2 days to do it, or else the trip drops. A 3-legger, 3 days, 4-legger, 4 days, 5-legger, 5 days. and then 6 and 7 because I think it caps at 7. So you could do 7 legs at 5 days. If the aircraft is assigned to you, meaning you give it to a pilot, it's 30 days. If it's in the pool, the user has 7 days. Oh, it has 7 days. Okay. That's where I saw it wrong, because in order for me to do the stream, I had to assign myself the jet, and it was 30 days. So that's where I got that number from. Okay, so if it's in the pool, the user has 7 days. So what about if the user, the employee, does a trip generation for themselves? Is that's a 7-day trip, right? I totally understand for people who can't fly every day. Yeah, I totally understand being able to hold it. Yeah, 7 days. That's a good cutoff. I agree. 7 days is good, because there are some charter companies that run you 14, 15 on. So I think 7 is fair. And make that an operator setting. Yeah. Good too, but. The jet car limit is now 6 legs, fly some guy. Okay, I gotcha. V1 Prestige Worldwide needs more sovereigns ASAP. PC McLaurin. Listen, man, I would love to. I would love to just buy, and hire, but I can't do that because we got to do what's best for the long-term health of the company. But we are still processing apps and bringing guys on slowly. We're trying to stagger the growth, right? Again, kind of what I said at the beginning of the video. If I just bought every airplane or leased every airplane and hired every applicant, we literally just created free flight with a third-party app, right? So we're trying to run it somewhat realistically, and we're trying to gauge our growth with our fleet and where we want to strategically put hubs and stuff. But yeah, I know the Sovereign is popular right now. We got 20. How many SOPs do we have? 22, 25? So we're trying to consistently stay around the 2-to-1 pilot per airframe ratio. Yeah, jet card virtual systems, the Mexico airports, 10 out of 10. Can't wait for that. We love flying Central South America on this channel, man. We even have a whole Latin America theme song. So seeing more Mexico is sweet. All right, we're getting ready to approach TOD, I think. Get close to it there. Can I buy the 680? Yes, it is out, Cordero. It is out right now. It is out on the Orbix, and it is on Marketplace. But I think they pinned a message saying that you had to... I think the Marketplace is an update behind. Someone in chat probably knows. It's either the Marketplace or Xbox is an update behind. I actually don't even know if I have an updated version. I might have to see... I might just end up buying it so I can get the updates. I don't know if Skyward Sim does the update support post-launch for beta team, so... But I got no problem picking up this airplane for them. Yeah, Osco Stick. We do need more Well, yeah, Mexico sceneries. You're right. I was going to say we have some good ones, but you're right, man. We really don't have a ton of high-quality ones. The Cancun in 2020 was amazing. That was the best one. What is it? Belize City is actually pretty good. Man, you're right. What else do we have anything good, Osco Stick? I don't even know, man. Does a Citation 10 have a foot warmer? You know what? That's a great question. I don't know. I would imagine it does. It's definitely got gaspers down by your feet, because your feet be getting cold up there, man. I haven't flown a trip since last night. I didn't realize the CFO went on a buying spree. Listen, like I said, I'm trying to make everybody happy, but it's going to be impossible to make every single one of us happy at the same time. But yeah, we expanded rapidly throughout the night, and we repositioned some of our fleet. So what's really cool, I'll show you guys this and then we'll probably have to start thinking about heading down. What's really cool about opening our bases, when you get into trip generation, I don't think I can do it right now yet because I'm already dispatched. But when you start generating trips, if you want to start touching base to base, since we have a Key West base now and we have a Medellin base, if you have an airplane up here in Teterboro and you say, I want to do 3 legs, return to base, if you roll the trip generator enough and it's within your mileage, it may go from Teterboro to Key West to Medellin. Or it may go from Teterboro, somewhere random, to Key West. It's considered a base. When you say return to base, it'll pick any of the bases that are in the system within your mileage range limitation. So that is pretty cool. So that's why I'm trying to connect. So we got Burbank, Teterboro, Key West, Medellin. Now, we might need something out here. Costa Rica or like, we'll have to check. We'll have to see what the charter is like out here. But I would also like to add either northwest or middle of the country here, like somewhere in the mountains of in Colorado. Because then for the Burbank fans, you could go here short hop, long leg, or you could do a long leg, go to the mountains, then park the plane in Burbank. You know, so that is a cool feature about having multiple bases strategically placed at certain distances, because then if you can utilize the fleet. Jackson Hole, I know. Jackson Hole is probably, we were talking about that before going live. Jackson Hole, I might open that tonight. So if you're going to be up late, we might see a Jackson Hole flight. Man, is this guy passing us? What is he in? Oh, he's in a Challenger. Yeah, he's cooking. We're doing 406. He's doing 453. He's got 50-knot overtake on us. Looks like Key West has been popular, though. He's going down to St. Pete. Miami to SSI. T-Tut. Starship. Jackson Hole might be our next one, guys. Because then we can connect East Coast. I don't even know where it is. It's like over here somewhere, right? West Coast. Boom, boom. We might do Jackson Hole. But we're also trying to stay away from all of the major primary airports that you would always fly in an airliner. That was the end of, pretty much the nail in the coffin for Fort Lauderdale. I kept bouncing back and forth. Do we go Lauderdale? Do we go VNet? Or do we go Key West? Great sceneries for both. I love both of them. But because I figured, well, we're going to be streaming into Fort Lauderdale when we fly the 7-3, the Airbus, whatever. Let's just do Key West to keep the theme going. John, what's up, man? Howdy, John. Hope release day went well for y'all. Saw you pumped out a couple updates already. Hope all is well, John. Been loving the Sovereign, man. I was like, hey, I'm going to fly. It's like, I'm going to fly something different today because the Sovereign's out. Let's let the people enjoy the Sov. Let's fly something different. And I sat down. I'm like, nah, I'm flying the Sovereign. Flying the Sov. Check out Yampa Valley V-Pilot YHDB by Jackson Hole. Is there a scenery for that V-Pilot? Let me check out Yampa Valley HDB. I've heard of that airport. I don't think I've ever been there. I don't even see it populating on SkyVector. Is that the right ICAO? HDB invalid. Oh, HDN. Ooh. We'll have to see if it's in. Remember, the airport also has to be in jet card. That's the other thing. KDXO, thank you for the 10 months of support. Don't report my VEC income to the IRS, boss. Trust. We won't say anything, man. We won't say anything. Thank you, KDXO. Welcome to Commercial Pilot, DCS Striker, and Schlag 100. Welcome on board, both of you. Thank you for joining the channel. Glad to have you on board here now. Saint Martin, I want to do turboprop base in the Virgin Islands, but my fleet managers are saying don't do it yet because it's going to be a lot of money for no return. But I would love to do a turboprop base, maybe even ATR base in St. Martin or San Juan. I don't know. San Juan is the primary airport. We'd probably pick a different airport, maybe like Ponce. Be kind of cool to do a Ponce base with ATRs, turboprops. I don't know. Did you see the Azure Poly announce their next airplane is the S2FT? Are you serious? That's the, yeah, the tanker. I didn't know they announced that. That's pretty cool, man. What are they? I'm trying to see if they have any screenshots. Yeah, Azure Poly project reveal. We were just talking about that tank. Wow, they got the model up. Looks pretty decent. That's crazy, man. With the PT6s. That's pretty cool. Turbo. Well, Jeff, looks like we're gonna have to do some more firefighting, man. Do some more firefighting in about 12 years when they release it for 2029, 2030. Jeremy, do we have a seniority list? The unofficial seniority list is off of your reputation, yeah. Pretty much. I'm off of work. Are we still in business? Elena Zane, how's it going? Yes, we are. We are still in business. Are you still on a Lear? Let me check. I thought I saw your name on here. Still on a trip. We are in business. We've actually expanded, Elena Zane. We opened up Key West today. Key West is our southeast base now. Southeast based in Key West. Let's see. Virtual Flight Diaries is he's loading up his Sovereign there. He's got a reserve flight up there in Teterboro. Let's see. I don't see Elena Zane on here. Chris PT6. You know a Gulfstream pilot when you going through your list of locations of where your aircraft are, and they're in the most obscure places, thousands of miles away. It's always Chris PT6. He's in Jeddah in a Citation 10, and I'm pretty sure he left Honolulu, went to Seattle, went to Burbank. Then he went from Burbank to Teterboro, then Teterboro to Dubai. Dude's not happy if he's not flying 12 plus hours every single leg. Zippy Zapple is still trying to rescue our airplane from Russia. Speaking of Zippy, you still here? How's the you on approach? Getting ready to approach in soon? Oh, you completed the Lear trip last night? Excellent. Yeah, we got pretty good usage still right now. We've got let's see, man, our applications keep coming up too. Usage, we have 21 aircraft available still. So we've got the BBJ open, we've got 2 Lears, a CJ4, the oddball aircraft. We've got 2 10s, 3 10s, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 10s open. Yeah, we're gonna have to drop. We're gonna have to pay off some phenoms and then leave them in the future, I think, because we're gonna be 680 and 10 heavy. I think 6 Citations, 680 and 10 heavy. Reset Jet, I went back in the chat because I wanted to answer your question. Speaking of airlines, if Bluebird develops a charter version down the line, would it consent? Of course. Absolutely. I would definitely consider a a 7.5 BBJ if they have. Were there any? I don't know if they'll have any. I mean, the fact that it's not in there now leads me to believe that maybe it's not. Oh, logo. Yeah, I see what that is. Is there a way to change that? So this is colors. I wonder if you could change this to logo, because when it says logo in the EFB, it puts up the Skyward Sim logo. So I wonder if we can find where that logo is located in the, if that's a modifiable thing or not. How cool would it be to have the V1 exec logo in there? This is making me want to stay home and sim instead of going to work and flying. Elena Zane, I have no comment on that. Because I may have done the same thing. Jeff says, I need to get Ocean Reef Club Airport still now that we have these jets out. Yes. Yes, indeed. Jeff, you know what other airport that came out? I always forget the ICAO. Be a good flight from Key Largo, man. Chat, where did we go? At that little island. What island? What was that island called? SKSP. Gustavo Rojas Penilla. SKSP. And is it or no, I'm sorry, I lied. Was it Providence SKPV? What airport did we go to, guys? It's one of those islands there. I'm gonna look it up. Because it's that cool of a little stop. We did the Lear stream out of there, right? So let me go to the Lear stream. Oh, there's our TOD. Why doesn't this guy put his departure and arrival airports in the stream titles? Why don't I do that, guys? I'm looking at my own stream trying to figure out the ICAO of the airport we took off of. SKSP. SKSP. Gustavo, I was right the first time. And it's by Takeoff Studios. It's really cool. SKSP, all that work. Fly there from the ocean, fly there from Key Largo, man. Go Key Largo, SKSP, and a Sovereign. It's one of the only airports that have, if you approach on the right runway, it has a Christmas tree looking approach light system. And when you fly in at sunset or dusk, it's actually very cool. He's got parasailers out over the coastline. And it's a tiny little airport that breaks up the traditional, like go to Cancun or go to Costa Rica. It's pretty neat. And I always see it because when we're flying the 7-3 down to Central America, South America even, it's one of our emergency divert fields because it actually can handle us there, and it has services and all that stuff. And I always fly over it. I'm like, what airport is that? And then sure enough, it came out in the sim. I'm like, oh, this is cool. Got my PPL check right tomorrow. Just want to fly in jet car instead of studying as well. Lucas, dude, I am the only reason I am not, super sad that I'm going to go on reserve call on Thursday is because if I get called, I'm planning on doing all of the publication work from the hotel room for V1 exec. So our pubs, our SOPs, our basically our airport charts, our custom airport charts I'm going to have for a couple airports. So that's all busy work, and I'm going to do that when I'm sitting in a hotel room. So that's the only positive to me potentially going back to work. But yeah, I'm going to miss, all I want to do is jet card and sim, man. Jet card and fly corporate jets around. What Phenom? This is the FSR. This is not a Phenom. This is the Skyward Sim Sovereign, but the Phenom we flew recently was FSR. Elena says, I may or may not have been more willing to cancel lessons today. Jet Card heading out for the night. Thanks always for supporting the program. Absolutely, man. Again, huge shout out, guys. Get some positive rates in there for Jet Card virtual systems. I mean, just it's brought so much life to the channel, and it's really hit the nail on the head with the role that it plays. It's awesome, man. It's been a ton of fun. Anything I can do to help you out, let me know, man. I don't know how to code, but if you need help with coders, I may know some people. We need a jet card. We were ready for it. Yes, sir. Oh, look at this beauty. TOD on the way down. Quick question, is Burbank V2 2024 compatible? Can't seem to get it installed. Matt B, I don't know. I don't want to tell you yes or no. I know that I am using the BM World Burbank. It's the most recent rendition. It's got the new terminal, and it's pretty good. So I have the BM World Burbank. That's what I've been using. I don't have a good answer for you for the other one. Alright, I guess we can go PFD SVT on, even though we're over the water here. Descending IMC. Nabil has BMW Burr as well, and he sings really nice, I agree. Is the auto throttle in the soft like the Airbus? Leave it in climb? Nope, it actually moves. It's more like an E170, E190. It has a little soft detent, but once you hit the detent, it takes over. So just like the 170, 190, you bring that when the auto throttle is armed in white. When you see a white up here, I forget, was it white AT? As you bring the thrust levers up around 70%, it will actually grab them from you and then pull them all the way forward. That's how you know the auto throttle's on, and it's fully functional. You can override it like that as well. Oh, look at that view. Whew, chat. Our first ever sunset with the matte black chrome. What a cooking livery this is. In the Phenom, when I pass 18 and switch to standard, I get a miscomp. Big D, it's because you need to turn on the other one. It's not synced. I think it's an option now, though, in the EFB, but a miscomp means your other barrow is not synced to whatever you switch to standard. You got to go press the standard button on the other EFD. A little donation for all the great entertainment and knowledge. Hey, Williams, thank you so much, man. Thank you for the $10 super chat here on the channel. I appreciate you. Very kind. Thank you, man. Really appreciate that. I'm glad you're enjoying it. My goal is to bring y'all enjoyment and fun, a little bit of ribbing, and to have water here and make water mom jokes. What's up, Water? By the way, Key West is the best chief pilot in VEC. Is it your mom, Water? Yeah, of course it is. No worry, Big D. It happens pretty quick in the Phenom. If you're not quick to switch the other one, it'll give you the message. Water says I'm selling all the planes. We don't own them, Water. We lease them, baby. We lease them right now. Boss man was dog tired today, but just finished my second leg in a Tucson. I'm going to the hotel and pass out. Callie Simmer. Salute. Thank you so much for the support. Good work today. Let me take a look at Callie Simmer. Let's see if her last landing recorded a jet card here. Landed in Tucson today. When did you land in Tucson? Let's see if I can find your trip report. Somebody just posted a 85 feet per minute. Who's that? Thomas? Landed in Geneva, 85 feet per minute. Somebody resigned. Laser Rob resigned from the roster. Just opened up a pilot slot. Just parked the Phenom in Istanbul. Nice. I'll say I've been a lot of messages in the last 30 minutes. Well, I'm sure it was a greaser, Callie Simmer. Enjoy the evening off. Enjoy the evening. There goes our first sunset. All right, 300K knots, right on the barber pole. We're looking good. I need to go to the chart page and make this night mode. Chart options. Night, please. Thank you. 20. Wait, seriously? Callie Simmer completed Salt Lake Tucson at 26 feet per minute? Wow. Callie Simmer. That's a 319. I don't think I got a 26 feet per minute in that airplane in real life. How many landings do I have in that airplane in real life? What was that, 501 NK? Let me see how many real-world landings I have in 501 NK. It's not searching right now. I have to put the November. Yeah. 16 landings in that airplane. Last time I landed it was March 8th, 2019 in MKJP. What's that? Kingston. Probably wasn't a 26 feet per minute. All right, we're coming through 18. It's standard. Standard 2992. Seatbelts are coming on. Tail flood, wing inspection. Those come on out of 18 for our new SOP that I'm making up as I go along. Let's go back here to services. ACARS. Nope. Back. Aircraft systems. Cabin management. Cabin briefing. Landing checklist.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be landing shortly. Please return to your seat and fasten your seatbelt securely. Ensure your
The 319 Queen. That's her new nickname in Discord, isn't it?
As a reminder,
It's going to be the new 319 Queen.
one at the front and one at the rear, both clearly marked and illuminated. Window shades must be open for landing. The lavatory is
Christian,
now
welcome to
available,
Pride Park. Glad to have you on
and the
board.
door must remain open to maintain clear
About to land at
access
Teterboro.
to
The sunset is amazing. It was an amazing sunset, wasn't
Wi-Fi
it?
service will be discontinued shortly. Thank you for flying with us.
is sweet. Jet card's way less than Volanta. Don't hate the player. Hate the game, Gray Shirt. Hate the game. The only one that matters is the jet card. Alright, anything special on the arrival briefing? We're set up for the RNAV. Runway 22 in San Pedro Sula, Honduras, 221. We got a barrel of 334 that, actually we got an LNAV. Oh, we should have an LNAV VNAV of 334. Yeah, we have it set. Got a Pappy on the left, sounds are lighting. If we go miss, 666. If we go miss, I'm going to climb to 667, then a left turn to 5,600 feet on a heading 172 out there and hold at LAM 015. Shouldn't be an issue. Land runway, we'll make the right-hand turnoff. We'll let it roll. We got 8,000 feet available. We'll make a nice right-hand turnoff. If we don't make the one to the ramp, we have to exit down there where the military charter is and taxi back a little ways. We might not have an FBO spot down here, so we might just take it to the main GA ramp. That's pretty much all I got. Any questions, additions? No? All right, consider yourself brief. Getting ready to go through 10K. 8,000 is set for the first fix. We're LNAV, VNAV path. San Pedro Sula traffic, Prestige 357 out of 12,000, descending 8,000 for the RNAV 22, San Pedro Sula. It's funny, all the people complaining about jet card feet per minute are the ones that can't get smooth jet card feet per minute landings. I see no issue with it. Look at this blue hour. Oh, this is the type of flying you can expect at our new Key West operations hub. V1, I just flew into Las Vegas for the first time out of Atlanta in a 752. Such a great flight. First time experiencing the desert. Well, hopefully your face doesn't melt off down there. It shouldn't be too hot just yet, but welcome to the desert, Oscar. Actually, Oscar, in all seriousness, the desert, if you can get out there somewhere like away from the city or like it's into the desert, and the sunset is beautiful, man. The desert has some absolutely beautiful sunsets, especially, not so much this time of year, but going into the fall or early spring. I still stand by it to this day. Some of the best sunsets you'll ever see are desert environment in blue hour with clouds. It's rare because a lot of time the desert doesn't have a whole lot of clouds going on. But if you can catch the desert in a blue hour with some low cloud cover, it's stunning, man. It's absolutely stunning. Even without the clouds, it's stunning. But I think the clouds add a little bit of extra stunningness because it seems like they shouldn't be there because it is the desert. If you ever get to, you can, and honestly, you can kind of replicate it in the sim. Go to Sedona, do a blue hour approach into Sedona with a high broken layer, and it's just like, wow. All right, we'll continue to set lower. We're in a VNAV path. We'll set 2,000. We're at a 10. I'm going to turn this floodlight up a little bit. We're going to put the airplane to the test for the flight recorder on this one. We're going to complete shutter down. And then we're gonna do a snap back replay. See if it works. All right, sounds are coming up. Enjoy the arrival. Rusty. We're gonna do that last part of your sentence. That's what's happening, man. I'm going to work on we're gonna have. I've got ideas, Rusty. Got ideas for that. Coming through our flaps 2 speed, flaps 1. Think about having 20 Prestiges at Augusta National all leaving at the same time, right? That'll be part of it. No more speed brake. Let's go ahead and come on down here. Just trying to get to 165. What we're going to end up doing is having like, we'll sanction jets to say, hey, we need these jets at this location. Get these people, get all the jets into one location. And then we can do a massive conga line takeoff out of there. Yeah, Prestige 115, you're number 32 in line for departure. We'll call you when you can start engines. Anybody repping Prestige on VATSIM yet? Have we heard any Prestiges on VATSIM? Also, does anybody know if it's working in Beyond ATC? I did send Beyond ATC an email. Alright, LNAV, VNAV, path, arm approach, glide path is armed. On the visual of San Pedro Sula. Prestige 904 on VATSIM? Nice. 501 Aviator, you're on VATSIM with it? Excellent, dude, excellent. Look at this. I never in a million years would have said, hey, let's go fly to MHLM. That looks amazing. Hit the like button if you haven't already for the stream. It's been an absolute awesome week of streaming, jet karting, new airplane dropping. This week has been so much fun. If you've enjoyed it as much as I have, do me a solid. Hit the like button for me. I don't think we'll be live tomorrow. I know I say that. Watch Whiskey Throttle drop the Citation 10 livery or something. But, and I might have to. But I don't foresee myself going live tomorrow. If I do, it'll probably be late. And then Expo, is Expo next week? Oh my gosh, is it next week? I see the runway, 1 o'clock. Gosh, we gotta turn that Garmin down over there, Chief. Come back to the 108. Runway's in sight. Cams are up. Recording is on. (2,000 feet above touchdown zone gear. For the Sovereign. Plenty of time. Look at this view. Yes, yes. Blue Line, my man. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Thank you. Uh-oh, Nabil has a new wallpaper. Nabil, I need more monitors. I'll check it out, man. I can't wait. I can't wait, Nabil. Why are we not capping this shit on? Oh, for crying out loud. Flight director's off. I don't know why she wasn't capturing the glide path. Alt turtle, let's do manual. Auto throttle's off. There comes 2,000 gear down. San Pedro Sula Prestige 357 about a 5-mile final
There are two emergency
San
exits,
San Pedro Sula.
one at the front and one at the rear, both clearly marked and illuminated.
Flaps full.
Window shades must be open for landing. The lavatory is now unavailable, and the door must remain open to maintain clear access to the rear emergency exits. Wi-Fi service will be discontinued shortly. Thank you for flying with us.
Plenty of time. This is real time too. Live time, live weather. All right, landing check. Gears down, flaps down, missed approach. Altitude, we'll set 4,000 is set for now. That'll work. A little bit fast, correct. If I had a nickel for every instrument student that activated the approach after the IF and other autopilot, Elena, come on now. I haven't flown a Garmin in over 15 years. Glide path? Get a glide path alert. About that. Turn that off. I just didn't know why it wasn't capturing the glide path there initially. So I activated it and turned around.
San Pedro Sula, SB 384 is over in the mic 001 and down on there.
500.
Got the other Prestige behind us coming in.
San Pedro.
Vodka, this profile is really nice. I think we can double them up, man. Keep one for the saw, but it's the same. I don't see any trim issues with it.
200.
Remember, we're manual spoiler, 3 squat switches for the reversers.
Minimums. Minimums. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Come on, get the butter, 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 get the butter. Oh, spoilers. Nose wheel. Reversers. That might have been our best one yet. That might have been our best one yet. Just letting it roll. It might not have been. It's legal by Part 35 standards. Where are we going to park this jet? We're going to go left. That's the Air Force. We're going right. We're going to go to the cargo ramp. Or not cargo ramp. We're going over the GA ramp.
Ladies and gentlemen, we
Let's
will
clean
be
it up.
landing shortly. Please return to
Flaps
your
up.
seat and fasten
Close
your
that. Oh, we
seatbelt
need to pause
securely.
those announcements.
Ensure your seat is
Have those on play. All right, let's clean up the jet. Those are coming on. Let's go. Pitot heats are coming off. We can get the APU getting ready. Prime that up. APU is primed. Let's go back to our PFD. Turn off our SVT. Not drive into the taxiway. Reset our trim. 3 units is fine. We didn't even use the lav on this flight. Keep the wing light off. Keep the tail flood on. Did I miss my turn? No. We'll go down here. We'll go down. Since we probably got to go to customs, we're going to take them to the main customs area. Take them to main customs. Let's go ahead and spool. There's our 10 turning final. Look at that. Touchdown zone, our first third of the runway. Easier to butter when all landings are illegal. Oh, you guys get out of here. The amount of illegal landings I see you guys have. We got cold battery? Oh, PMS. Oh yeah, that's our heats. Our strobe's still on. That's why. Tom Pasco, thanks for the $5 super chat, man. I appreciate you. He says, I missed a couple weeks of streams and you're self-demoted to corporate. I gotta catch up. What's up, Tom? Nah, not self-demoted. Self-promoted, my man. We're self-promoted. We're not going to park at the gate. We're going to go over here to spot 1. We'll do a little custom situation over here. This is technically the 121, but we're going to make it our own ramp. We're going to spin it around right here on the ramp. Since we're landing after hours and we're going into customs, we have special authorization. All right, let's set the parking brake correctly. Park brake is on. APU is running. Taxi lights coming off. Let's go ahead and spool them down and we'll head outside.
Prestige 384, 5 mile final for runway 22.
We got Prestige on a 5 mile final. Shut them down. Chalk the nose gear. How our tires look. Oh, they look buttery. Take a picture of the other Prestige coming in. We shut down. Let's go ahead and go. That's coming off. We're not going to use external power. Those are all off. Let me take a look at our jet card, feet per minute. We'll stop the record. Let's see how we did. Messages. Welcome to MLM. You need a return trip? Say the word. Nope, we are good. Party has deplaned at FBO, sends regards. Very happy with the service. Talk soon. Excellent. Did you want to take on fuel now? Nope. Don't want anything of that nature, so that's all done. Let's go to dispatch, complete the flight. Chat, we have an 85 feet per minute. 1 hour and 54 blocks, 648. 15K, 1.8 in the rep. Up we go. Key West to San Pedro Sula. This aircraft is going to return to Montego Bay, but I might fly that one on my home PC without y'all tomorrow. So, 85 feet per minute. If you don't believe me, someone post it. I think I can pull it from here. Let's see, where's our boy on final? Did he land yet? Oh, he's landing right now. Citation 10, Prestige. Oh, he's a Challenger. Challenger in the Prestige. Call sign. Ooh. Look at the humidity. That looks good. You see the lights? See how humid it is down here right now? That's pretty cool. You can actually sense the mugginess. Every taxiway light looks like you have a stigmatism. That is serious mugginess down here. I'm going to put the camera right on the edge of the touchdown zone to see where we landed at. So we'll put it right here. Nice landing, Prestige. We'll put the drone follow off back in here. We're gonna secure. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's go outside. Let's close the door. Let's do this. I gotta come up with the right method for replays during V1EC. So let's try this. We shut down. We completed the flight. Verify the fleet is complete. It is. I'm gonna close jet card just to be safe. Jet card is closed, so I'm not connected to that. I'll stay online because there's nobody else on final, and I want to see where this guy parks. Let's put our lights on and put these to run and put those on so we don't get the cast messages, and let's try the replay. Fire away. Let's wind the sim time back a little bit. Oh, that was a lot of it. Do right about there. Run you forward. Flaps come in real time.
Terrain.
Is there a good Citation 560? My company owns one, but important enough to get on it. I'd love to experience it. Yeah, 560? Oh, Citation, that's on. No, I don't believe there's a 560. I do not believe so, Tom.
500.
We got the 680 plus, and we got some CJ4s and CJs, but no 560 yet. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey, you never know. You might get some experience. They may need to do a little maintenance flight. You never know, Tom. You can't. They'll never say yes if you don't ask.
200.
Is CJ3 worth a buy? D-Doom, I might check it out myself, and then I'll let you know. I don't know.
100.
I have the CJ4, default one.
50.
Dual windsock there.
30. 20.
A little late on the power reduction. I just wanted the butter. That was the last runway stripe, I think. Ooh, that was the last one. Oh, that was so butter, though. Oh, look, there's, because we didn't disconnect from the network, but we're doing that on purpose so we can see him. Look how she flares. It's just beautiful. Just spread wings, hold it.
Butter.
Just butter, man. Just nothing but butter. Bang on center line, too. Bang on center line. Alright, let's watch one and set this. Chase plane? Do we need it? Do we need it? Do we need it? I kind of want to shut it down, though. We'll watch the landing. It's so bright. It's so humid, you can't see. That livery is slick. That livery is slick. Look at those buckets out. U2 vibes, man, with those big flaps hanging down off the Blackbird. Alright. We're going to wrap it up. I'm going to watch one or two more here. And then I'm going to run the...
50. 40.
I'm going to run this forward, and then we're going to shut her down because
20.
part of VEC is proper shutdown and
10.
securing of the aircraft. Just placed her on. Let's do one more. so we can see the approach. Look at the hills, see? Now you get a sense of the terrain around here. Look at that. Wow. Coming up through the valley. That is nice. The clicks for the buttons on the CJ3 are crazy loud. Really? Alexander Nev. Yeah, someone Just Flight is doing a Lear 45. VFD, take it easy, my man. Hey VFD, when are we gonna see a VFD stream in VEC? I see it on the seniority list, bro. All right, guys, enjoy the replay, enjoy the touchdown. I'm gonna let this one land, and then I'm gonna shut her down. We're gonna secure the bird. But I will be mic-less. Enjoy. Can't even really see the touchdown there. Enjoy it. I had enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the streams this week. I had a ton of fun. I'll be in the Discord. If I do get called for work, you can be rest assured I'm going to be working on SOPs and more fun stuff for the VEC company. If your application is still in, it hasn't been processed yet, have no fear. This is just real-world hiring wave. Real-world hiring wave. Keep working on your reputation, fly for some other companies, get your reputation up, and we look forward to seeing you at V1 Executive Charter. Y'all stay safe, stay healthy on V1. See you!
GPWS system failure.